Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Could Copy Any Jutsu? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie, and before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy Jonathan Shorts, and aside from this I have two things to address. First, a disclaimer for this movie. This was supposed to be an action short movie, but it turns out to be a romantic, slightly 18 plus ish movie, and a harem one at that. So yeah, you know where this is going already. So, fair warning in advance, I guess. And aside from that, regarding my second channel, yeah, I know I'm not uploading there. It's just that I have changed my schedule from, recording videos in the evening at Middle Eastern time into the morning now. So that is why, since this is going on, I'm not able to come up with a schedule to properly record and give time to my second channel, but hopefully in the future it will be done and I will be able to upload some stories there that you guys I know will enjoy. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully I'll be back on track to make most of your ideas. So I apologize for that, for not making most of your ideas. It's just that I am having my own ideas while making your ideas, so I end up making my own ideas first. So I hope you don't mind with that as well. Now, in the end, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel and enjoy the story as well. Now, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's movie. Roll the intro. Our story begins 5 years after the Kyuubi attack in Konohagakure no Sato. It was October 10th, and it was nighttime. The village was celebrating the Kyuubi's defeat as it was the 5th anniversary. Some people were crying because of their lost loved ones again, remembering them and their times with them. Some people were just drinking themselves, and some people were just enjoying the defeat and enjoying life in general after that attack because it has shaken them all to the core. But some people, it has changed for the worst. They were not driven by hatred and wanted to do anything they could to avenge those who have fallen, even as going as far as to harm the 5-year-old Jinchuriki of the said Biju, who was holding the said Biju off and being the barrier between the Biju and them. As currently we go towards an alleyway to see that the kid was literally thrown against the wall by a Jonin, a grown-up man, as he was smirking, looking at him. Today is the day you die, demon. Today is the day we, the people of Konoha, will be liberated from you walking amongst us. What are you talking about? Naruto said with narrowed eyes, as his eyes were now gazing at all of them. Due to him being alone, all on his own for the, short amount of his life that he has lived, his survival instincts were at best maxed out, and he would act like this. What I mean is that you're a walking abomination, kid. You walking in that human skin make my skin crawl, and all of us have the same feelings regarding you. You have killed and debutchered a lot of our loved ones, and not only that, you have killed our 4th Hokage, the hero of this village. As all of them cheered, and today's the day we will avenge them all, and you are going to die. As Naruto's eyes widened, as suddenly Naruto saw that the person was doing the hand seals, as the jutsu sound was made. He took intake the air, but Naruto, something inside of him snapped as he was able to visibly see the hand seals that he did in a fast motion, and he did as fastly as he could the same hand seals and did the same gesture. Fireball, jutsu! Naruto yelled out as a huge amount of fireball, much more larger than the person, was thrown at them. His own fireball was engulfed into Naruto's as all of them were burnt down. And Naruto was just panting there after witnessing what he has done. And that is when Hiruzen alongside his Anbus arrived at the scene, as they all has witnessed what has transpired, and they were all shocked as they looked towards Naruto. Naruto, my boy, are you alright? Asked Hiruzen Sarutobi, breaking the ice, as Naruto's wide eyes were looking at now him, breaking away from the scene. Gigi, I didn't mean to do this. They were going to hurt me. I don't know what happened. Everything is fine, Naruto. As he looked towards Ananbu, who had Inu mask on his face and silver gravity defying hair. Inu, take him to the hospital. You know where, right? As Inu nodded and grabbed Naruto and in an instant disappeared. All of you, clear off this place. Leave no one behind. I'll be going to have a word with the council. and some of the elders of what I have witnessed. And after that, he arrived back at the council meeting. As he then called for some of the Anbus. As Anbus arrived, arrest all of the civilian council members. They are hereby stripped from their rights to sit in a council as well as of their powers. On what basis, Hokage-sama? You have just transpired, revolt against me and my order and my will by going against my orders, and henceforth you are to be thrown into prison for further punishment and interrogation. You can't do this, please. We have children. You should have thought that before doing this. Now, do as I say and confiscate each and every bit of their assets. That will be a huge contribution and payment for what they have caused damage to the village. And after that, the civilians, with their yelling and all that, protesting, were taken away. And after that, he turned towards the elders as well as the shinobi clan heads, who were now gulping because what they had seen was now even more shocking. Hokage-sama, said Shikaku, do you think it is wise to do this? I mean, they have helped out a lot of us. And as much as I hate to admit, most of the paperwork from your table was shared to them, which was a foolish idea in the beginning. I was the one who was sensei to do this, and now I see my sensei smirked at me and said that it was a flawful idea. But to humor me, he just agreed with my idea, and now I see how much of a, foolish idiot I was back then. I can do a little bit of more paperwork, but harming our Jinchuriki behind our back for what? To be QB to be released on us all again? All over again? And this time, remind you again, we don't have any Minato to stop the Biju, or at top of that, any of the Uzumakis who can hold them off. Would you offer your kid, even knowing that the kid might die, as all of them remain quiet? Or would you, Koharu, Homura, offer up your grandchildren? Nonsense, we wouldn't. See? All of you wouldn't, even I wouldn't, but Minato was able to sacrifice his own family for us. And what did we give him in return? Nothing more than suffering. And today his son was about to die. Until something happened. What happened? Did the QB? No, not the QB. Naruto at the age of 5 was able to use the fireball jutsu. Much more larger than I have seen. As that is when Fugaku rose up. What? How? He isn't even supposed to be able to unlock his chakra yet. And that is what I believed. And that is what Naruto has been doing until now. Naruto hasn't unlocked his chakra yet, but he was able to use the jutsu. From what I could tell was that he must have copied it. But for that to be made sure, I need Inuichi's help to climb into his mind. But Hokage-sama, what about the... You don't need to worry about that. Even Naruto doesn't know about that. And the seal that is used by Minato is more than enough strong to hold it off. I see. I'll be cautious and we'll go inside. As after that, trusting his former friend who has died, Inuichi arrived at the, room where Naruto was, now resting, and jumped inside his mind with his family jutsu. After arriving inside his mindscape, he went through his memories and saw what was going on. And he was, let's just say, shocked to see that his friend's chakra soul's imprintation was there, and they were just frowning and looking at all of them. I shouldn't have done that, were the words of Minato, and that is when he came back. As he gasped, Hokage-sama, I have a bad news. What news? Well, Minato and Kushina's soul is in there, somehow, and they have witnessed everything so far. As Hiruzen's eyes widened. And what did they say? Minato said that he shouldn't have done that. I see. So he hates us now. What about the QB? I saw it. It was gazing at me with its huge horrifying eyes, but it couldn't get me or even release its killer intent. It was behind a huge cage which had a paper in the center indicating that it was the Shinigami seal. I know, that is why I sent you in there. But more importantly, did you saw what I told you to see? Yes, I saw through his memories, Hokage-sama. You were right. He was able to copy it without even unlocking his chakra, and was able to use it as well. I see. That is more than enough, my friend. Now you must go and rest because of what you have seen. But Minato and Kushina, they looked disappointed in all of us. As he looked down, feeling guilt, huge amount of guilt on his shoulders. I gotta go home. Alright, Inoichi, you should need to rest. As Hiruzen just stood there until he heard a voice. Well, Sensei, I'm sorry for what has happened. But when I heard your, letter and message, I came back as fast as I could. 2 hours late, Jiraiya. But yes, you did. So, the kid is a prodigy then? Yes, Jiraiya. And henceforth I want you to train him. You know that I can't do that right now, right? I have some important things to do. Like what, writing your books? Well, that is my side hobby, to cope with the things that I do. But the thing is that there is an organization on the rise, known as the Akatsuki. I do not know what their motive is or who they even are, but they are on the rise, and they are made up of the strongest, shinobi of the elemental nation combined, who have gone rogue from their villages. So, that is why I need to focus on that, to see what their true motive is. Strong shinobis gathering in an organization, and rogue ones at that. This can't be good, Jiraiya. I know, Sensei, and that is why what I'm doing. I request some more of the time, please. What about Tsunade? Were you able to track her down? I was, and she's still drunk as ever. Seriously, a clansman of her is here. She thought of Kushina as her adoptive daughter. What's wrong with Naruto? Maybe she doesn't know. What? What do you mean? Kushina must have told her that, she was pregnant. Sensei, Tsunade has left when Kushina and Minato married. After that day, she has never turned her back. She only got in the news that they were dead, and she vowed that she would never set foot back here. I want you to go there, find her, and tell her about Naruto if she doesn't know, or at least make sure that she's aware of him. I see what I can do, Sensei. And I'll be keeping an eye out for the Akatsuki as well. You better must do that. As after that, we see that Naruto woke up the next morning as he saw his Gigi there. Gigi? Is that... Yes, Naruto, it's me. How are you feeling, my boy? I'm fine, Gigi. It's just that I don't know what happened. I didn't mean to hurt those people. I just wanted to get away. But that man was going to hurt me. And something happened. I was able to see through his hand seals and I copied them. Interesting, Naruto. You see, Naruto, my boy, I want you to do something. Come with me. As after that, Naruto jumped down from the, bed he was resting on and followed Hiruzen all the way where was his personal training ground, the Hokage training ground. Now Hiruzen then said, looking towards his desk tummy, copy my hand seals, my boy. As he made 8 hand seals. Wind style. Wind bullets. He fired wind bullets and decimated the, dummy that was in front of them. As Naruto was now looking at Hiruzen. As Hiruzen then nodded, now you do that, Naruto. As Naruto was easily able to do that. Wind style, wind bullets. But he launched a single huge bullet that was able to destroy and even rip out the stump that was dug deep into the ground from beneath it. As Hiruzen was shocked. I see. So you're not only able to copy that jutsu, but you're also able to make it 10 times stronger. I don't know, Gigi. How is this possible? I haven't even unlocked my chakra yet. I see. Well, my boy, we must go to the council meeting now, because there is something we need to discuss there. Unknown to Naruto, Hiruzen has arranged for all of the councilmen to arrive there, because the civilian was no longer a council, only the shinobi and the elders, and they have witnessed everything and they were amazed. A 5-year-old at first glance was able to learn a jutsu, which was at least up to B rank jutsu, a wind bullet jutsu, and they were shocked to see it with their own eyes. And after arriving at the council chambers, they were all seated there before their Kage. This meeting is in session, as Naruto was given a chair in the center by an Anbu. Relax, kid. Everything will be fine, said the Anbu as he disappeared again into the shadows, as Naruto was seated there, as there was complete silence until Tazumi broke it. Hey, kid. You know, that was awesome what you did. What do you mean? Well, I saw what you did. We all saw. And to be honest, we're quite amazed. But tell us this, kid. What did you feel when you hurted those men? I didn't want to hurt those men. It was an accident. I did not knew what happened to me, but in that moment, if I haven't done what I had did, I knew this much, that I was gonna be the one that was hurt. Do you feel, any sort of emotions? I feel bad. I wanted to vomit after doing that. but I knew deep down that those men were bad, and if I haven't done that, I would have been the one. I would have been the one who was like them now, and they would have been laughing at me, and nobody would have cared. That is good enough of an answer. As Susan then said, now, due to the recent surface of events, we all have decided, Naruto, that you are to live with each and every one of the clans for some amount of time. And in that given amount of time, you are going to be taught different sort of jutsus. And that jutsus will help you out. Because we as Konoha wanted to create our own original clan, which you are going to create, Naruto. The Namikaze clan. Wait, what do you mean? Isn't that the name of... Yes. I remember I told you the story and the names of each Kage. It is the name of the fourth Kage, Minato Namikaze. Since Namikaze was only Minato's, civilian name, that is why he became famous, but he was no clan. And that is why I want you to carry on this legacy. Last night, when you were asleep, we tested out your blood, and we were able to identify it as a Kikigenkai to be able to copy every jutsu that they see alongside hand seals properly, no matter what the speed is, and without any dojutsu. And henceforth, you, my boy, are now going to be a clan head, and we all are going to teach you our jutsus. Starting from the Hyuga clan. You will live with them for a year and continue down until you reach the graduation day. I see, GT. Thanks. And I'll be in all of your care, as all of them smiled. This was now arranged because, they all felt guilt after Inuichi told them what has transpired. And since they were all, friends with Minato and Kushina, they thought that this must be the proper answer and at least their redemption to all the guilt that they were feeling. And now Naruto was walking back to the Hyuga compound with Hiyashi Hyuga. As after arriving there, Naruto met with Hinata Hyuga, the girl who was supposed to be Heiress, and Hanabi Hyuga as well, her little sister. But the difference was that Hinata wasn't treated well. And Naruto, after arriving there, made friends with, both of them. And as the time went by, Hinata's birthday came, as did Naruto's. Because their birthdays were close, they were being celebrated together as 6th birthday. And it was night time, and there was some people from outside of the village there as well. From Kumo, more specifically, on a Peace Street Realliance. And Hinata felt tired, as Naruto then said, I'll bring you back to the room. As after informing Hiyashi, as he called him Hiyashi-sama, that he will be taking Hinata back to her room, Hiyashi nodded and agreed that seeing that his daughter was tired. And after arriving to the doorstep, he saw that some people grabbed him and Hinata. And that is when Naruto's eyes began to open. He saw that he was moving violently, and he was inside a bag. What the hell? Where am I? Naruto thought to himself, and that is when he heard the voices. Being able to grab true brats is something else entirely. We're gonna be rich. After giving these to, Kumo, they'll have to let us in. And there's no way in hell we'll be rogue shinobis any longer. What do you think? Yeah, you're right. And that is when Naruto heard muffled screams of Hinata. Shit, the brat is awoke. And that is when Naruto heard a smack. Naruto's anger fueled inside of him. And next thing Naruto saw was that he was able to copy Kyuubi's claws, as his nails turned into Kyuubi's claws and ripped through the shreds of that bag that he was in, as he was down the feet. And his nails dug into the ground, as his red eyes that has turned into slits were looking at all of them. Leave her alone. What do you think you're gonna do, brat? Step aside, let me handle this. Set up one of the person who was, close allies of A, who has gone rogue. He has also mastered the, lightning armor. You see this, brat? This is the lightning armor. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You're gonna damage the goods. We only needed the Hyuga. The kid was a bonus. So, we're gonna kill the kid. As using the lightning armor, Naruto saw the jutsu that he did as he dashed towards Naruto, and in an instant Naruto did the same. Lightning armor! As he was able to lunge more forward and faster than him, and in an instant his claws ripped through his stomach. His internal organs were now out of his stomach and were on the ground as he was bleeding out. As Naruto didn't stop there, using the same lightning armor, he jumped into the air. As the time began to slow down, Naruto's claws ripped through the eyes of the other one that has grabbed Hinata, and ripped the center part and the spine of the third one, making him spew in two and skewer it. After that, Naruto calmed down as his lightning armor died down. So did his powers that he has gained from the Kyuubi. He opened the bag as Hinata saw that Naruto was covered in blood. It's alright, Hinata. You are safe. Naruto, due to the excessive use of the chakra and the new ability, his body has taken a toll and was feeling, well, quite lightheaded. And that is when they heard footsteps arriving there. As when they arrived, they saw what has transpired, and they saw Naruto covered in blood and Hinata fine. And Naruto in an instant passed out, as Yashi was enraged at what he has witnessed. He has witnessed some of the people that were from Kumu kidnapping his daughter, and not only that, his friend's son. But it seems that something was off here. Who could have done this? As the one who was alive, whose organs were still on the ground as he was bleeding out slowly, they said, "That kid, he's a monster." What is that thing? What do you mean? He's just a kid. He's the one who did this. He copied my lightning armor and his eyes were red. He had claws. Now this shocked all of them. And all of them were quite scared now, until Inuichi then said, "I'll jump into his mind and see." And as for him, bash him up. We're gonna need some prisoners. Why don't we let him die, Hokage-sama? Don't be idiotic, Yashi. Kumo will have a chance to get leverage over us if all of them die. We can kill the rest, as they are dead now, but this one, we're gonna keep him alive. Albeit not in the best of conditions, as the man shivered, as now we see Inuichi on the other side, walking towards Naruto, as he jumped inside Naruto's mind again. And this time he saw Naruto, who was floating in front of the seal, as two red eyes were looking at it. What the hell are you doing to him, you monster? Silence, mortal. The kid had broken ribs because of the using of the lightning armor. Well, prematurely, it has taken a toll on his body. His internal organs are being broken, and I'm repairing them. Why are you taking pity on the kid? You didn't take pity on us. The kid is special. You wouldn't know. This kid reminds me of myself. I was always mistreated by you. That is why I turned into the being that I am. And as for this kid, I won't let that happen. Why? Because this kid is my mate, said the Kyuubi's grumbling voice, turning into a feminine one, as Inuichi was shocked to see that a huge busty woman with orange hair and fox ears was standing there with red eyes and slits, as 9 tails were swaying behind her, as she wore the wooden sandals that samurais wore. What the hell? You're a... Yes, I am what you call me, a demon, but of a different sort. I can take a human form as well. After living for thousands of years, that's the least I can do. But I thought that you didn't have any gender. Oh please, we all have. And as for Naruto, that is why he's special, since he and I are bound to be mates in the future. I accidentally imprinted on him, and henceforth he is my mate, and I must protect him at all cost. I see it now. So that is why you lended him your strength. Yes, or else he would have died, using that accursed lightning armor. I see. I'll be leaving now. Do you want me to keep this? No, I don't care. We foxes don't, at least. Go ahead and tell whoever you wish to tell. But if it endangers him, I'll rip your neck first. I see. I'll keep that in mind. As after that, Inuichi arrived outside to see that they were brought into a hospital room, as Inuichi was laying on a bed next to Naruto, as Hinata was there as she was crying next to Naruto as well. He's fine. Hinata then said, "Really? He really is?" "Yes, Hinata. You can go home and rest." As Yashi then nodded, "Thanks, Inuichi. You don't need to worry about that." As Inuichi looked down as Shikaku and Joza, who were his teammates alongside Hokage-sama, then said, You don't look good, Inuichi. What did you see?" "It's the Kyuubi. It's a she now, and she thinks that Naruto is her mate. She has imprinted Naruto." "What?" said all of them in an instant. "Yes, she says that Naruto is her mate, and both of them are bound to end up together. And that is why she's protecting him." "I see. So that is why Naruto was given that strength, even with that seal. Yes. This has given me a lot to think about. Half an hour later, there will be a council meeting in which you inform everyone. As after that, half an hour later, another council meeting was called, as every one of the council members were now sitting inside the council office. As Rizenden said, I must be sure that all of you by the time now are aware of the circumstances that has arisen. Yes. How in the hell did the cube imprinted on a kid? That I don't know. But it did happen. And from the looks of it, this is a good option for us. What do you mean, Hokage-sama? This is not a good option. That Biju, that woman is dangerous. We cannot just sit by. What if she thinks that she can break free? What if she harms people? She'll only harm those who have bad intention towards Naruto. We don't. We think this is an opportunity to form a bond between the Biju and the village. I mean, look at it like this way. If Naruto and Biju are able to copulate and produce a kid, a hybrid human Biju, said Danzo, as he too was realizing what Hiruzen was trying to say. Oh, I see now. This will give us a lot of powerful shinobi. Not only that, they'll be loyal to the village as well. So in a sense, aside from being his good caretaker, I must have to look out for the village. As much as bad it seems, it will be good. But my daughter wished for an arrangement of such sort as well, Hokage-sama. I can see it here in Hinata's eyes. For the past course of 6 months that Naruto has lived with us, he has given Hinata strength. And that is something that I also have come to care about. After the loss of my wife, I was never the same and have been cold to my children. He has made sure that I don't do that anymore. So I put notion forward that please allow this to happen. You need to relax, Yashi, because I'm gonna put Naruto into a CRA. Because this clan that we have built as the Namikaze clan, it's gonna need a lot of heirs, and henceforth, the CRA is put in notion. Kyuubi can be one of the wives of Naruto, and so can be Hinata. I see. Thank you. I must tell Hinata of this, I presume. Yes. And I must tell Naruto about this as well. As now we go towards Naruto while the meeting was going on, or was at least up to the end. As Naruto woke up, he was shocked where he was. Huh? What is this place? As Naruto was currently laying in the lap of a woman, as he looked up to see eyes that were red with slits. Hello there, beloved, she said as Naruto then instantly dashed up and sat on his legs. I'm sorry, he said with a huge blush on his face. As Kyuubi giggled, you don't need to worry about that. Wait, Nine Tails? You're the... Yes, I am. Are you mad at me? No, I guess I'm not. As Kyuubi then smirked inversely. This is too easy. I mean, what can you expect from Fox nature? As Kyuubi was playing Naruto like a fiddle, and in the end, she was in an instant was able to make Naruto confess to her, and was able even to agree to date. And that is when both of the parents appeared, after Naruto left. When he finally woke up. What is your game here, Kyuubi? Well, I told you that I am imprinted on him, and he is to be my soulmate, so yeah. I'm just spending some time with him. He's only 6 right now. I know. And when the time comes, he'll be much more older than that. I'm an immortal. I can wait. I've waited such far long. Damn it. I wish we could do something. Or you can just remain here forever. How so? I can partially give you a part of my soul, and you too will be forever here, bound to me. Can you really do that? Yeah, if you want to see your grandkids, that is. I presume that will be the best course of action. And that is when both of them decided to do that. And Kyuubi did as they were told, and the deal was made. As now we go towards Naruto, who has woken up with a huge blush on his face. As Hiruzen, who was there now, as he has arrived after ending the meeting, has presumed that Naruto has, met with his soulmate. I presume that you have met with the Kyuubi. Yeah, her name is Kurumito. And she wants me to call her Kurumi-chan. It's too early for that, but yeah, I guess you can call her that. Listen to me, Naruto, my boy. You are going to go on a trading trip now. in between the village with different clans. You're gonna meet a lot of people. Now be nice to all of them, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna make a lot of friends. I know, my boy, you will. So, where I'm gonna go next? To the Uchiha clan compound, the second strongest clan in the village. As after that, Naruto was standing outside of the Hyuga clan, where Hanabi, as well as Hinata, and surprisingly Neji was standing. We'll miss you, Naruto, said Neji. I'll miss you too, Neji. Our banter was such good. Yeah, that is something that I won't miss, but you? I guess I will. As Hinata was fiddling with her fingers, as she dashed towards Naruto and gave him a kiss on the cheek and said, "Thank you," before dashing away, hiding her blush as Naruto was shocked. As Yashi's just chuckled. Well, you better get going, young man. Yes. As after that, Naruto arrived at the Uchiha compound and was standing in front of the main gate, where Naruto was shocked when the door opened by itself to reveal an older girl, which was only 2 to 3 years older than Neji, who was only 2 years older than them. She was 10 at least. Ah, I presume that you must be Naruto. Yes, I'm Naruto. I see that it is our time to take care of you now. Toshan didn't tell me that. What is your name, Nisan? It's Itachi. You can come inside. As Itachi led Naruto inside her house, Naruto met with Mikoto and the youngest daughter, Satsuki, and their twin brothers, Sasuke. Wow, you do really look alike. As Sasuke then said, "Yes, idiot, that's because we're twins." Sasuke, be nice. As after that, Naruto's chaotic 6 months with them began. And in the end, they were able to get close as a family as well. And let's just say Itachi and Satsuki has fallen in love with Naruto for some reason. Even if Itachi was older one, she just felt drawn towards Naruto because of his bright personality. Because she hasn't felt like this to anyone except for Naruto. And she has been straightforward to her mother, like she was. And let's just say, when that night was, there was a huge chaos going on. Naruto and Sasuke were playing in the backyard as Satsuki and Itachi were sitting there with their parents. "Itachi, what are you thinking about?" said Mikoto. "I think I am in love." As Fugaku did a spit take. You what?" "Yes, I think I'm in love." "With who?" "Naruto." As Mikoto's eyes widened until she squealed in delight. "I always wanted Kushi-chan and my child to marry. I guess that dream of mine will finally fulfill. I wish just Kushinama's here." "Oh, not again," said Fugaku. "What do you mean, Fugaku? What do you mean, not again?" "Nothing, honey. Nothing at all." As after that, Sasuke then said, "No, I want to be the one." As Mikoto squealed in delight again. "Oh, come on! Not both of my daughters." "Tochan, that's seriously disgusting. Stop this." "Yes, honey. You should go and hide in your little cabin while we, mother and daughters, talk." "What are you even doing here? Don't you have a clan to run or something?" "Yes, ma'am." As after that, Fugaku dashed outside. Even if he wanted to hate Naruto, he couldn't, because he has come to see him as his son. What's the difference between son and son-in-law now? That is. As after that, Sasuke and Naruto arrived. As Sasuke then said, "Ha! I've won again!" "Oh, come on! One more try, please?" "Nope, I'm tired." "So, Kachan, what's for dinner?" "Dinner will be served shortly." As Naruto said, "Oh, hey, Itachi-ne-chan." "Hey, Satsuki," Naruto said, sitting right next to them. As Itachi then moved in between her younger siblings and grabbed Naruto and made him sit on her lap. "Yes, this is much better." Eh? As all of them were looking at her, as Naruto was shocked. I guess this is comfy," Naruto said, as Itachi blushed even more. As after that, the 6 chaotic months finally came to an end, and Naruto was now at the age of 7 now. As Itachi then said, "We'll meet you again, Naruto." "Yeah, I live in the village. I don't know where I'm gonna go next, but I'll pay you all a visit." "Thanks, Obasan." "Thanks, Uncle." "And thanks all of you." "Yeah, I'm gonna miss you, Naruto. But hey, keep in mind that I'm your best friend. If you change it, I'm gonna kill you, you idiot." "Yeah, obviously, Teme, I'm gonna make you my best friend." As after that, Naruto, we see him dashing and leaving with the Nanbu. As after some time of traveling, they arrived towards the Yamanaka household, where Naruto was going to learn about manners as well as some other stuff, aside from jutsus. Naruto's training has been going great during the course of the years as well. He was able to learn a lot of jutsus from, well, Uchiha clan. And as for the taijutsu, he was able to learn and copy each and every move of the Gentle Fist and convert it into his own style, as Yashi has given him the free will to learn the freestyle of his own taijutsu. And they have had help a lot of in time to build Naruto's jutsu from the scratch with the help of the Gentle Fist, and Naruto was grateful for the both clans to do so. And now it was time for the Yamanaka clan, who are going to teach him some mind control jutsu and breaking jutsus for the Genjutsu. And Naruto's 6 months began, and he met with a beautiful girl named Ino as well. Surprisingly, Ino as well was charmed by Naruto and his, well, infectious smile and personality. So much that even Inuichi wanted to make him his son-in-law. And finally, the 6 months there came to an end, and the next clan was none other than the Inuzuka clan. Naruto was able to not only tame the spoiled brat Hana, but also Tsuzumi herself, and she was, well, quite shy to admit it. She has fallen in love, or what at least she thought was in love, with her own friend's son, who was a lot younger than her. She has kept her feelings in check, but Naruto has spent the most time with them, because they were quite lazy and Naruto has to be taught something. In the end, 4 years were spent there, and Naruto was now 12, and he was quite muscular as well fed for his age. Currently, he was chopping some woods because it was a task given to him by Tsuzumi, as Hana as well as Tsuzumi herself was enjoying the whole view, because Naruto, due to being it's summer, was feeling quite hot, and he has taken off his shirt, visibly showing his muscles. But unknown to him, he was being watched from all sides, because Hinata, Itachi, Satsuki, as well as Ino were watching him from the shadows as well as with the binoculars as well. And they all had some bit of cameras, as they were taking and clicking as much as pictures as possible. Huh? I could have sworn someone was there. As after that, Kiba arrived. Yo, Naruto! I can chop much more woods than you. You're on, Kiba. As then began a combat between the scrawny little Kiba, who was thin as a toothpick, as well as the well lean and fit Naruto. As after that, 1 year more passed, and Naruto was at the age of 13 now, and was sitting in the academy, because Naruto went to the academy. As Naruto was the most popular student there, because he has grown his hair down to his shoulder length, and not only that, he was well built as well. But one thing was for sure, his clothing sense was not that good, but unknown to him, it was given to him through his Gigi as a gift, so that is why he cherished it. But unknown to him, the secret fact was that this was actually to lay off any further girls, and this was given to Hiruzen forcefully by, let's just say, the girls combined, especially Itachi. But Naruto loved it, and it has become somewhat signature to his outfits as well. And henceforth, Naruto and everyone was graduated, and Mizuki was caught by Naruto as well. And then the D-rank journey began, with Naruto, Satsuki, and Sakura under Kakashi Hatake's, well, Jonin apprenticeship. And Naruto was able to copy most of the jutsu as well, and was quite proficient in using them. And finally, the Land of Waves arc began, when Naruto and his team were tasked to deliver the bridge builder safely back to his home in the Land of Waves. As they traveled to the civilian pace, they dealt with the Demon Brothers, and now they have arrived there. They were dealing with a huge amount of mist until Naruto heard a whizzing sound. As Naruto then said, Ice style, ice wall, as a huge amount of ice wall was created, in which a huge sword was now engraved in, as it has broken huge chunks of ice, as Naruto was now standing there. My oh my, quite impressive, another ice user, as Naruto then said, as he changed his hand seals in mid of the jutsu that he was holding, as the ice turned into water. Water Dragon Jutsu! As a Water Dragon Jutsu now formed there, was thrown at the swordsman, as his sword was now engulfed by the dragon, sending him flying towards a tree and hurting him much more worse, as his shoulder was dislocated. Damn it! I took you quite underestimatingly, kid. He said in between his greetings, as he was feeling a lot of pain. It seems my ribs are broken as well. As that is when a hunter nin arrived, poking him in the neck and making him unconscious. Who are you? And that is when Hunter Nin paused, and as he or she looked at Naruto. I'm Haku. As the Hunter Nin then, after a slip of tongue, then said, shit, Actually, I am a hunter in from Kiri. I'm here to take him in. Okay? I guess you can. As after that, the hunter nin disappeared with the body. That hunter nin was fake, Naruto. I know. Haku, huh? I'll keep an eye out for that one. Maybe he's a compliance. Said Satsuki. You're right, Satsuki. I just wish that Sasuke was in our team, though. As for Sasuke, he was stuck with Uncle Mitarashi, learning the torture as well as this stuff. Why me? Oh, come on! I want to be out in the field. Shut up, brat. Or you want another snake up your ass. As Sasuke blushed. Wait, you seriously into that stuff? As Sasuke nodded. And let's just say Uncle had a grin on her face as well as licked her lips. She always wanted to be a dome, and now she has found her other half. Maybe. But a little bit younger, but that'll do. As on the other side we go towards Naruto, as he was currently inside Tazana's house, and after having a fit with Inari, he has left. As currently he was dashing just as fast as he could to get away from it, until he bumped into someone, and that someone turned out to be none other than Haku, who was quite shocked to see Naruto. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Yeah, sorry as well. I was quite pissed off at something. You're a shinobi, right? Yes. Why do you fight? I have a lot to lose. And that is why I fight. Why you ask? Well, good to know. I fight because it gives me strength to protect the loved ones. Same for me, I guess. I see. What's your name? And what are you doing here? My name is Haku. And now I am here to, well, get some herbs so that I can make an ointment for my friend. I see. As Naruto helped her out, and after doing so, the moon was shining brightly, and Naruto and she were now getting close until they kissed. And that is when Naruto asked, his hand on her cheek, tell me, are you the Haku from earlier? As Haku, realizing what Naruto has asked, turned away. You will hate me if I tell you. I won't. Just tell me this much. Why are you following him? He wants to kill a person who is out there to save a village. We don't have a choice, Naruto. As after that, she explained her backstory as well as why it was going on until Naruto had enough. He's using you. I have no choice. You have me. Come with me. As Haku was then shocked when Zabuza walked out. So you're going to betray me then? I wasn't. It's fine. I'll allow you to go. I was going to, well, die anyway out. What do you mean? I have cancer, Haku. I am dying. Painfully and slowly. That is why the kid was able to defeat me. His jutsu weren't that much strong anyway. How did you got it? I got it beating a man for a few bucks for Gato. And in the end, I resent what I did. So that is why. As Naruto witnessed the demon of the mist bowing down with one of his broken arms. Please don't, you're injured. Lee, no, I must do this. Please, take care of my daughter. As Haku was crying, as Zabuza got up and patted both of their heads. You have my blessing. As after that, Zabuza walked away. Wait, don't. This is my life, kid. I have lived through much more horrible things. I just want to die alone and in peace, knowing fully well that you're safe at least. As after that, Naruto stopped him. Please tell me where Gato's hideout is. I have to save the village. Fine, kid. I guess this is the least bit I can do. Even if it means that I'm seeking the fake redemption for myself. As after that, Naruto, we see him arriving at the location that was given to him by Zabuza. And Naruto, using his jutsus and copying as much as of the taijutsu and fighting styles, were able to kill most of the people. He was able to turn off the emotions, and Haku was following him with her ice mirror dome jutsus. As with the help of both combined, Naruto was able to defeat all of them and capture Gato. When the next morning came, Gato was there, tied up, sitting in the center of the village, tied to a post that was present there out of nowhere. And Naruto and Haku arrived there. People of the land of waves, you are hereby free from this tyrant. I have brought and presented him to you to tell you that you're not going to worry about him anymore. He's yours to do as you please. If you want revenge, it is yours. Because he has hurted you more than worst face. That is the least I can do to all of you to ease up the pain. Even if it won't bring back to your loved ones, it will at least ease up your heart, knowing that he won't be allowed to hurt anyone else aside from you. As the people with the newfound rage literally skewered him alive, as his screams were quite delightful to him. And Naruto then introduced his team to Haku, and Haku to his team. And let's just say Satsuki literally grabbed Naruto's arm, and so did Haku on the other side. And this was how they all came back to Konoha. And Haku was soon after introduced to the Team Naruto, or at least that is what they called him. They were quite shocked that Naruto was able to bring in the girls from other side, but Konoha was happy that they found an ice user, a specific rare ice user that was from Mizu village, who have been gone extinct, or at least they believed to be, until now. And Haku was also allowed to join in Naruto's CRA, and Naruto has spent a lot of time with each and every one of his now fiancés, because he has come to realize that he was gonna have to love them all equally. And he was ignoring one who he met while he was resting that night, the day before the Chunin exams. It was his first wife, well, or at least supposed to be, Kurumi. As after meeting her in the seal, Naruto was given the blessing from his both parents, who he has met that day as well. It was quite a eventful and emotional reunion for Naruto, but in the end he was able to endure it like a champ, and was able to meet with his parents finally, and was happy to learn that they were going to remain there. And the Chunin exams the next morning finally began, after that first night in which Naruto lost his weak heart to a Kyuubi. And let's just say Naruto was quite happy, and so was Kyuubi, because she was finally certain that she was pregnant. As for Naruto, the adventure began. As Chunin exams went by, the first stage and the second stage easily, and in the third stage, let's just say, Orochimaru was gunning for Naruto until Kabuto arrived there and told him that Konoichis were coming there fastly and rapidly. And let's just say that it wasn't good for Orochimaru, because a lot of Konoichis there, even if they were Konoichis, wasn't good sound. So he retreated back, and Satsuki and Naruto and Sakura were saved. And in the end, they were able to arrive back safely to the center of the village, and were the third team to arrive there, because, well, let's just say Satsuki, who has moved up thanks to, well, Anko and being her pet, or more like her lover now, was also there. Ah, you guys are here. As Anko then arrived, Anko Sensei would like you to go there and rest, and that is when Anko arrived. You know, you deserve the snake up your ass. As that is when Sasuke said, "Oh, come here, you." As Naruto witnessed Sasuke grab her by her collar and literally gave her a smooch on the lips. And after that, Naruto saw that Anko, who was quite bold, was just left there dazed. As Sasuke then said, "I'm not gonna pull back my punches as well now, Anko-chan. You better watch out." Sasuke spanked her ass before leaving, which was no jiggling, and she blushed. "That's it, 2 snakes up your anus now, boy." As Anko dashed forward at him, until Naruto could remember vividly that he heard moans coming from the next room in which Sasuke and Anko were. Mostly everyone heard. Next morning, Naruto with dark circles arrived outside of the room to see that Sasuke was there as well. "Not a word," said Sasuke. I'm sorry, I guess. I heard you," said Naruto. "Not a word, Uzumaki. I'm gonna kill you if you do. Cross my heart and hope to die." As that is when his sister arrived. "Hey, me and Naruto heard you a lot of moaning coming from you and your room. What did you do?" And that is when Uncle walked up and said, "Come here, kid. We're not done yet." As Sasuke was dragged inside as they blushed. "Oh, I see." And let's just say Naruto then witnessed Itachi coming behind him with her Sharingan. "I see. I cannot hold on any longer then." As Naruto was then dragged inside the room, and his room was well lit up with us, well, moaning as well. Let's just say after 18 hours of continuous activities, Naruto was finally laying tired and exhausted. And around him were beautiful naked ladies, a lot of them. And all of them had a lot of filled up stuff. I'm not gonna go in and elaborate that. I know it's kind of turning into 18 plus stuff, but yeah, sometimes it is necessary, because it is a perverted movie. Now back to the story. As after that, we see Naruto coming out finally, and the third and final round began, because the preliminaries were not going to happen since many of the teams have disqualified, and that is when Orochimaru began his final attack. But luckily enough, this time around, Naruto, with the help of Kyuubi, being under more like, well, his friend and his wife literally, were able to work together and beat the shit out of Orochimaru and, well, One-Tails. And after beating so, Sooner retreated, and so did Otto, and even Hiruzen was able to survive, but he was certain of one thing: he was old. So civilian council wanted to rise again, but they were failed by the elders, and even well, the also corrupted Danzo knew that he was not strong enough to be the leader. So he chose one, Tsunade. He said, "What? But you know that she wouldn't come back," said Jiraiya. "She will. She has to. It is her, ancestors' legacy on which the village is built upon." "What do you say, Fugaku? Because without you, we're not gonna agree to this. Itachi is more than ready to be the Kage, but she lacks experience. Until she gains, we want her to apprentice, Tsunade." "I agree with that. Itachi is going to be the sixth, right?" "Yes, Itachi is going to be the sixth Hokage, since she is the second most strongest Kunoichi after Tsunade." "I see. And we want Tsunade to pass on that clan of her as well as her taijutsu style to her." "I see. That is good then." "I agree to these terms, and I hope my clan will as well." "Good." As after that, everything was settled, and Naruto was sent out alongside with Jiraiya, who he has met finally, away from his loved ones to find Tsunade. Let's just say, when Naruto arrived there, Tsunade was drinking, and Tsunade was foolish enough to challenge Naruto to a drinking contest if she wanted to return, and so did Naruto. And in the end, let's just say, next morning when Naruto woke up, he was laying in between Tsunade's moans as she was completely naked, and he felt himself buried deep inside something more pleasurable, as he saw that Tsunade was blushing looking up at him. "I bet you had a good time, kid." "Yeah, I did." As Naruto kissed her on the lips as she blushed. What are you? It was because I was drunk, that's why this happened." "No need to be shy. I'm happy as well about this. Maybe we can work this out, Tsunade-chan." "Last time I married a guy or tried to, he ended up dying." "I won't," Naruto said, massaging her shoulders and kissing her on the cheek. "I promise you." As after that, all of them were happy, and Tsunade agreed. Albeit Jiraiya was quite surprised that she did, until he was able to connect the dots. "You idiot! What have you done? You tamed her?" "Yeah, I guess, something like that, if you call it like making her agree." "Huh. Good luck, kid. You just destroyed yourself." As after that, Naruto and Tsunade arrived back. Until Tsunade became Hokage, she wasn't aware that Naruto was into CRA. But she was okay with that because she knew one thing was for certain. Even after the morning, Naruto's, morning wood was hard and she was exhausted. So she was okay with that. So in the end, Tsunade was happy and was able to join the band as well. Naruto was gathering a lot of girls and it was becoming a hazard. Even Tsunade was aware of that. So she was about to end the CRA until from of all the places, Eva came a letter. They wanted a peace treaty, a political marriage. And that was between Naruto and none other than Kuretsuchi, Oniki's granddaughter. And when the meeting was called and Oniki arrived there, he said that because, albeit them being enemies, Kuretsuchi has fallen in love in the Chunin exam with Naruto because he saved her in the forest of death from being killed by the Otonin. And after that, she was the final woman that was allowed until Yujito and Samui and Karvi arrived. Let's just say these were the final and fully women that were allowed until Mei herself arrived again. And the harems continued to grow like a disease until it was finally put on halt. And Fu was the final one to be added on. And Naruto was now dizzy as he was drinking in the bar, finally scared, hiding from his wives. What am I gonna do, Sasuke? As Naruto was currently 15, and since he was a Chunin now, he was allowed to drink. What do you mean, Doob? You were the one going around and making yourself look pretty and all that shit. You know how many women you have? Can you even count them? Yeah, I guess. Tell me. Well, 2 of them are your sisters, and then there is Ino, and Hinata, and Tizumi-chan, and Hana-chan, and then there is Tsunade-chan. As Naruto continued on, and until there were more than 10 women, he ended. Wow, how in the fuck are you, more like your thing is able to go through all of that? I don't know. Whenever it swells or, can't go on, they heal it, and I have to go through that torture again. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, my friend. But this is something that you have to bear. As this was going on, we go towards finally the Akatsuki. as Akatsuki has heard that now most of the villages were allied to Konoha through one way or another, meaning the five nations were together, and this was not good for them. So they set it out Konan and their only other female member aside from him, who was none other than Zetsu herself, a plant-like creature who was a woman, half human woman as well as half creature, to see what was all the hype about and why was this happening. They were certain this was because of the Naruto, the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, but when they arrived there, Zetsu's feeling changed. After she bumped into Naruto, Naruto saved her, his unspoken riz and charisma while seeping into her, and her heart, which was completely dead, began to beat. What is this? I don't know, whatever it is, sister, but it is good. As for Konan, same thing was going on. He reminded him of a lot of Yahiko, but a good cheerful one, and a nice one at that, and way too much good looking for the eyes. And in the end, they were all happy to finally acknowledge their feelings. And when they returned, they said that, yeah, the hype is not all that about. And thus even Forrest went to reveal all her plan to stop them in their tracks of what they were doing. And they were, let's just say, shocked and angry. Zetsu and Konan were able to defeat most of them and made Pain and everyone else assured that they have other things to do. Aside from being the world dominant and all that bullshit, they can go and fulfill their dreams, such as, well, Sorcery of the Red Sand, as well as Deidara the Mad Bomber wanted to be the artist. And as for Kakazu, they said, why don't he start his own, business, like a bank or something, since he loves money a lot. And Kakazu agreed to that because he always wanted to make a huge amount of money, and this was the best way. So, as for Hidan, he became a Jashinist priest with a lot of followers, who he would not sacrifice, but he found another way to gain powers through Jashin, this way. And as for Pain, he became the leader of Amegakure, the just leader, not any other sort of. As for those who were corrupted, they were killed. And in the end, the final ones who were added to Naruto's harem were Zetsu herself alongside with Konan. Naruto now was a poor soul in the eyes of many, but in the eyes of Jiraiya, he was a poor idiot who made poor choices and was now in his shoes instead of him. But even he knew that even if he had this much moment to sacrifice, his dick would fall off. He was just, saluting Naruto for going as far as to satisfy all these women. But in the end, 10 years later, we see that Naruto was more than able to do so. And Naruto's children were running around a lot in a huge amount of, clan compound. And most of the clan heads were now grandparents, as well as some of the women, from Inuzuka, were parents as well. And they were all happy. And so were the other villages, since they were all connected together thanks to one clan named as the Namikaze now. And as for Minato and Kushina, let's just say they were more than happy to, be living with their daughter-in-law in Naruto's mindscape and with their children there as well. Naruto was able to learn how to manipulate his mindscape into a vast world, just like the Elemental Nation, in which he has built a huge house and compound for his wife and himself alongside his children, who were like little fox kids and daughters as well. Since they were immortals, they wanted to be with their father as well. And Naruto was shocked to find out that Kurumi can only give birth to daughters, and Naruto was quite surprised by this. And let's just say the parents were happy about this as well. As in the end, Naruto was happy with a huge amount of harem because of one thing. His life changed. And that was when he was at the age of 5, the attack that happened. He was able to copy a jutsu. And from then on, he was able to copy and create many of the jutsus and became what he was today. A harem lord in the eyes of the others, but in his eyes, he was a family man, even though he had a huge family. Much huger than expected. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, I know I wanted this to be a cool action-packed movie, but something happened, a switch flipped in my mind. I ended up making it, as you witnessed, a harem story. Sorry about that, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And aside from that, about my second channel, it's just that currently I'm busy with a lot of stuff in my life, and as I have told you in the beginning, I have changed my schedule from making videos in the nighttime to in the morning after waking up. So yeah, it has taken a toll on me, and I will be able to, come forward with some sort of a new schedule which will be good for me, and in the end everything will work out, hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, until then I ask only this, just give me time, and both channels will be running along smoothly sooner or later. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's story, and if you did, you know what to do already. And this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!